The question isn't whether Generation Beta will survive in this AI-dominated world. They will. The real question is, what kind of humans will they become? And right now, in a hospital room, lies a Gen Beta baby who will eventually become our future ruler. They will decide whether humanity's biggest transformation leads to a utopia or dystopia.
Alright man, welcome back to another video. Hope your day's going good. And in today's video, we have the scary future of Gen Beta kids. Now this is a random video that scrolled up on my timeline. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't even know what it's about. T-Row.
But yeah, it's a lot of ways they can go with this video, man. This is the social media age, so I don't know. Maybe he might touch on that one a little bit. But let's find out.
Right now, somewhere in the world, a baby just took its first breath. And just like that, without them knowing, they joined humanity's most terrifying experiment yet. Because for the first time in history, an entire generation will grow up in a world where AI isn't just a tool, it's their parent, their teacher, their lover. But how doomed will this AI kids really be? Will Gen Beta witness the death of human creativity, the death of real relationships, the death of truth itself? Or could this be the start of a world where Gen Beta finally fixes humanity's greatest flaws? Stay tuned, because what we uncover next will blow your mind. And as you noticed on this tracker, we will be tracking roughly how many Gen Beta babies will be born for every second you watch this video till the very end.
Have an iPad monitor their kids than doing the parenting themselves.
That's facts.
Born to parents who are young millennials or older Gen Z.
Just to add on to what Maddie just added to the video, we're born in a time where you got to think the parents are us.
Yeah.
And we were born in a time where we saw the technological shift.
Yeah.
And we wanted to be different than our parents. So I think technology is just the advancement of us trying to get back time. Which is funny because it's making us a slave of way more time because you got to pay for this shit. Yeah. So it's kind of crazy. We're not seeing that we're still being our parents.
Gen Beta kids will likely live into the 22nd century, a period that will be unthinkably advanced. Even the current Gen Alpha will need to brace for it.
You're screwed.
He is born into the death of humanity. Gen Beta is gonna have the most dystopian childhood ever. And in many ways, they're not wrong. Because the same way Gen Alpha became toxically inseparable from their iPads, the infamous iPad kids might be succeeded by AI kids.
Okay, now I hold 2 years.
By age 3, Gen Beta kids will watch shows through a hyper-personalized algorithm that shows exactly what they want and what would keep them hooked on their screens. By age 5, they will learn empathy and social skills from an AI companion, who will also be their closest friend, but could also subconsciously train them to think of conversations as simply a back and forth of commands and immediate responses. Just imagine being 10 years old in 2035, replacing yourself with a digital avatar to represent you, getting used to prompting the perfect dialogue in your conversation and hanging out with both AI-created imaginary friends who can predict your moods, finish your sentences, and always be there when you're lonely. But wait, aren't we overreacting? It can't be that bad, right?
But it is that bad, though.
Well, have you seen how millennials and Gen Z who grew up with internet messaging already feel so anxious picking up phone calls right now?
don't want to do this.
They can't even have conversations.
And we haven't even explored
Yeah,
what
that
will
is a
happen when they
downside,
start
bro.
to date. Because right this moment, AI companions are already serving as digital girlfriends and boyfriends to solve a loneliness epidemic.
And I
Yeah.
can provide companionship,
Remember
engage
we
in fun
reacted to this?
conversations,
Yeah.
and adapt to your preferences for a delightful
Damn.
experience.
And dating apps? There is no doubt they will soon be filled with AI assistants, carrying out first date
Not the IT guy
conversations to save
033
time
says
for
the whole
frustrated
AI
and busy
girlfriend trend
daters.
is
There is a
really
world
wild.
where your dating concierge could go and date for you with other dating concierge. No, truly. And then you don't have to talk to 600 people.
Never mind if that further makes them less human by taking away their natural ability to have basic instinct for meeting new people. You think cheating with ChatGPT is bad now? Wait until Gen Beta kids enter school and have tech that will not only do their homework,
Oh, wow.
but learn alongside them and learn for them. It's quite
Yeah.
scary to think, but AI kids might never know how to learn. After all, why memorize facts about anything when AI can instantly recall them?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like one day actually going to school would be obsolete, bro.
Yeah.
Everything is gonna be on the computer.
Bro, everybody wants to be a fucking YouTuber / streamer now.
Yeah.
You don't think school is gonna be obsolete?
Yeah.
Niggas don't need school to go to YouTube.
Facts.
Bro, we're entering end times, bro. If y'all don't believe me, look at everything that has made us who we are is coming to an end. And if you don't embrace that, you're gonna be left in the past.
Why learn how to write a basic email when AI can do it better? Why solve
Exactly.
problems when AI can find the solution faster? Because see, the real crisis isn't that AI will help Gen Beta. It's
Not
that
the IT
Gen
guy
Beta might
033
lose the
says,
ability
"I remember
to
using
think
an app on my phone
critically
called
on their
Photomap
own.
that
On
would
top
allow
of
me to
that,
skin math
Gen
problems,
Beta kids will
and
be
it would give me
spoiled
the
with
solutions.
guidance.
Bro, you shout out for that one. I have one myself. It was called Wolfram Alpha. I don't know if you heard of that one. That one, you take the picture and give you the whole breakdown of how the problem worked. Photomath. I remember Photomath too. I think I tried it for geometry, but Wolfram Alpha, that shit helped with every math problem, bro. Even word problems.
What? But that just dumbing
Since
us down.
AI-driven,
Facts.
interactive learning tools will be specifically tailored
About to
to their
go back to
individual
school
knowledge
soon. You
gap,
think I
learning
ain't finna
pace,
use AI?
and maybe
Oh,
even
God.
personalities through customized curriculum.
And I'm here to help you learn.
What? Look this idea.
And sadly, by age 10, they may struggle to tell what's real anymore. If millennials and Gen Z dealt with Instagram filters, Gen Beta will live in a world where seeing
Yeah.
is no longer believing too.
Exactly.
Their social
We
media,
spoke on a lot of this
movies,
shit already.
music, and even memories will soon be shaped by AI-created content. In fact, as early as 2026, it's predicted that 90% of online content may be generated or manipulated with AI. Super realistic
Damn.
deepfake videos
Yep.
can spread false information about historical events, leading a clueless Gen Beta kid to blindly accept an entirely distorted understanding of
Not the
history
IT guy
and
033
reality.
says,
Many of them
"While
will
AI
not
can be
even
used for
develop
good,
the
I
critical
can also
skills
see
to
how it can be used
evaluate
maliciously."
sources and cross-reference information. And once they become
Yeah,
old
this
enough
something
to
they
get a
ain't think
job,
about,
they
bro.
might become so used to reality and
actually
fiction
change
mixing
history with
that
this
they
shit.
may
Why
not
not?
even care about
Well,
the
AI can be
difference.
used for good. It cannot be used. I can
In
only see how it
fact,
could also be
forget
used
everything
maliciously.
you
Yeah.
know about jobs.
Bro, it's
because
always
many
been
of the
used
careers
maliciously.
Gen Beta will have not
I watched a video by this nigga D Green, and he was talking about the Halle Bailey DDG situation. And I was just skimming through the video, because obviously it was a situation we've seen already.
Yeah.
And I seen this nigga use a AI picture of Halle looking mean as shit. And I was like, oh my God, bro. This shit is getting out of hand. YouTubers are clowning on people with AI pictures and shit.
Yeah. That's
Right.
crazy.
Come on, man. At least I feel like we got to dial it down a little bit, bro. That shit is
even
a
been
little bit out of
invented
taste for me.
yet. As early as
I don't know, I
2025,
seen
a
that and
study
I'm like,
says
yeah,
nearly
she crazy, but I don't
half
think
of the
she's a good
skills
man.
in today's workforce won't even be relevant anymore. Instead, some of Gen Beta will become future AI psychologists who specialize in human-AI interaction, or AI ethics officers who ensure responsible AI use in organizations.
Obviously, with rising costs, they're going to need the money, and the only way for wages to increase is to use AI.
So, what the hell should Gen Beta kids study at school? Well, no longer a specific career, but developing skills like critical thinking, creativity, and emotional intelligence, areas where humans still outperform any tool, especially when creativity itself might soon become more about direction than actual creation. They won't be music artists, they'll be AI prompters. They won't write stories, they'll describe them to machines. The frustration of writer's block, the satisfaction of finally getting that brush stroke right, the pride of composing your first song, these experiences might soon become extinct, and human touch in art might just be a luxury. But here's where it gets even darker. Even the most basic rights are about to become rare too. So sure, they will get an alarm clock that analyzes sleep patterns and decides the perfect moment to wake them up. Their clothes could be
That's
selected by a
crazy.
tool that tracks the weather, their
I might
personal
actually need that
schedule,
one,
and
though.
what will make them look best on camera.
What's the
Their
point
health
of thinking
trackers
then,
will
Trent?
predict their
No,
future
I'm talking about the
diseases
thing that
based
wake
on
you
their
up.
DNA. Their smart homes will manage their
Not the
household
IT guy
tasks from
033
temperature
says,
control
"I
to
don't trust
grocery
this one bit."
ordering. And their AI
I feel you,
assistants
man. I
will
don't
know their
trust it either.
secrets before their human friends do. Perhaps before they themselves even realize them. But it will all be at the huge
Bro.
cost of losing their privacy. Gen Beta
We already
might
gave
see
up our
constant
privacy, though.
surveillance
Come
as
on.
perfectly
What?
normal. After all, how can you miss something you've never had? Think about it. AI algorithms could be used to determine a child's educational path, extracurricular opportunities, or even future
Oh
job
my
prospects. If these systems are not transparent and accountable,
Hunger
they could
Games.
This just
perpetuate
reminded me of a
biases or
movie.
make
Hunger Games.
decisions
I'm
that
thinking about hella
negatively
movies.
impact a child's future. And once Gen Beta realizes
I
all
forgot
of this,
what's the
the
name of
real
this movie.
question wouldn't be whether they'll have privacy anymore. It's whether they'll understand why
Bro.
their privacy even mattered at all.
Not the IT guy 033 says, instead of us using our head, AI will be using it.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I told you, this is not going to take place right now. Because, gang, we're the generation that still has sense. You know what I'm saying? They're going to wait till our generation is dead. And then Gen Alpha is pretty much going to be the last generation that has any memory of a normalcy, before the world transitioned to full.
Yeah.
Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
And so they'll be the ones to hold the mantle. So we gotta preach to Gen Alpha. Any Gen Alpha guys watching this channel, before Gen Beta is the end. You guys are the last point. You're the last beacon. Once 100 years pass, we're gone. You guys will be the old heads. This nigga,
Throw
bro.
them F's up because we fucked. We're screwed.
He said, we're
Gen
screwed.
Beta isn't even a month old and people are already roasting them. And yes, I could be wrong. I honestly hope I am wrong, because in a perfect world, the baby
Gen Beta
that
isn't
just got
here
born
yet.
right
It's
this
just-
minute will grow up with such an elevated consciousness. In a perfect
Look
world,
at
Oh,
Gen
yes.
Beta
says,
will be raised
Shabbat.
by self-aware millennial and Gen Z parents who will
Shabbat?
not
What does
give
that
them
mean?
an iPad or VR glasses before they turn 18, because they themselves have seen how it turned their generations into brain rot, screen zombies. In a perfect world, Gen Beta will grow up with climate change as a pressing reality, and therefore find ways through advanced tech to analyze environmental data, predict climate patterns, and embrace more sustainable practices. And in a perfect world, Gen Beta will not be sitting in their self-driving vehicle or in their Hyperloop commute commute to work feeling extremely useless and brain-rotted because the dopamine-driven feedback loops they have with AI tools have saturated their minds with perfectly timed rewards. Because ultimately, Night Fam, the question isn't whether Generation Beta will survive in this AI-dominated world. They will. The real question is, what kind of humans will they become? And right now, in a hospital room, lies a Gen Beta baby who will eventually become our future ruler. They will decide whether humanity's biggest transformation leads to a utopia or dystopia for all. And the only way for society to help accept it sooner is to acknowledge this future isn't just coming.
That's what you're trying to tell me right
it's
now,
already here.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't say it to
Thank
my
you
face,
so
though.
much for watching this video until the end. Right now, I invite you to watch one more if you have some more time. I believe you will like this one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please
This
do
was
it.
an interesting video. Shout out to the scary future of TK. What's this guy's name? What's his name? It's actually a pretty good video. I ain't no hater, so I gotta show support. This one's Project Nightfall. Shout out to bro, man. That was a good video. He dropped a lot of key pointers in there
What?
for us to take home, so we can hop on out of here. Block him. Y'all go show this man some love, man. Anyways, T-Raw, what you gotta say?
Yeah, this is very scary, bro, because imagine if everything was computerized, right?
Yeah.
Books are no longer needed. So I feel like they can easily rewrite history, bro.
Yeah.
For real. You don't have any sources to go back and reference. You feel me? If books become obsolete. If teachers become obsolete because you're getting taught by AI. So now you can get taught anything and not even be able to go back and reference anything. You feel me?
Facts.
So you're only believing what you hear. I feel like that's scary as hell, bro.
Yeah, nah, real shit. In conclusion, man, you already know you made it to another end of another video. We're gonna catch y'all in the next one. We live streaming every day now, man. Monday through Friday. Tap in. Links are down below. You already know, man. Catch us live. Join the fun. And the Discord link is in the description. We out.